Hello from DC, Washington Reagan National Airport. This is going to be my third flight since the major CRJ update came out about a week ago. I did a little bit of more reading and watching some videos on the jet's operation. Since I mentioned earlier, I really have been pretty much on either PMDG Boeing mode, iFly Boeing mode, or Builds Airbus mode the past few months since the release of FS24. We are going to be taking our CRJ-900 from Washington Reagan over to Providence, where the Flight Sim Expo took place last week. I also bought the new Providence scenery, which was released simultaneously to the expo. We have very nice weather conditions here in the Northeast today. Very hot too, and humid, being summer. So I'm going to be using FS2 Crew for some first officer flows, but I will be handling the comms as a pilot flying. It's not realistic, but I also want to practice comms and just not get too complacent that the FO is going to take care of everything for me. And at the same time, the FO's voice is currently not matched to, say, Intentions AI. So it would be very inconsistent hearing one FO voice doing checklists and a different FO voice doing comms. So we'll do that, and we'll get going. I pretty much entered the flight plan already. We're going to be taking up to the south and making a U-turn to head northeast to Providence. And once we get to Providence, we're going to make another U-turn and land to the southwest on runway 23. Here in DC, our runway will be 19. So yeah, we'll get started with the whole flow here, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
Give me 1 second for that clearance. Blue Streak 5619 cleared to Providence via the Suki 5 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 33010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.85, squawk 4466. Expect runway 19er.
Cleared to Providence via the Suki 5 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 330 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.85, squawk 4466. Expecting runway 19er. Blue Streak 5119. Blue Streak 5619 cleared to Providence via the Suki departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 330 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.85, squawk 4466. Expect runway 19er.
Blue Streak 5619, read back correct.
Pre-start check.
Stand by. Fuel quantity.
Set. Set and checked.
9670 pounds. Confirmed. Cabin signs.
On.
Pressurization.
Set.
Altimeters.
Set. Set and checked.
3017. Set right and cross checked. Flight instruments.
Set and checked.
Set right. Oxygen flow.
Checked. Set and checked.
Checked right. FMS.
Verified.
Radios.
Set. Set and checked.
Set right. Takeoff brief.
Complete.
Restart check complete.
Engine start check.
APU.
On.
Takeoff data
Set.
7795778 pounds. V speeds are V1 149, VR 149, V2 158, VFTO 207, flaps 8. Set right.
Set and checked.
Trims engaged and centered. 7.5. Seatbelt and shoulder harness.
Set and checked.
Checked right. Hydraulic pumps.
Auto and on.
Beacon.
On.
Nozzle steer.
Off.
Are you positive? Doors.
Closed.
Engine start check complete.
Reagan ground. Blue streak 5619 at gate 51. Request push and start.
Blue streak 5619, push and start approved, tail northwest.
Push and start approved, tail northwest. Blue streak 5619. Cockpit to ground, we are ready for pushback.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start engine 2.
Starting engine 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard PSA Airlines Flight 5619, flying from Washington to Providence. Oh, what a scene. I'm Jessica, your lead flight attendant, here to guide you with glee, alongside our captain, Luis, and First Officer Stephanie, you see. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful crew. We have Emily, Jake, and Sarah, all here for you. As we prepare for takeoff, let's ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight to keep you safe and snug. Oh, what a delight. To unbuckle, lift the latch,
Engine
it's easy
to
as
start,
pie,
please.
and if you need help, just give us a try. In case of an emergency, oxygen masks will drop down.
Start engine 1.
Pull them towards you. Don't
Start
wear a
engine
frown.
1.
Set parking
Place it
brake.
over your nose and mouth. Breathe normally, oh dear. And remember to secure your own mask before helping others near. Now swim vests are stored
Brake
under
set.
your seat. Pull them out, slip them on. It's a simple feat. Inflate side by pulling the red tab. Oh, what a thrill. And if you need to deflate, just blow into the tube, if you will. In the unlikely event we must evacuate, leave your luggage behind. Don't hesitate. The emergency exits, oh, they're quite clear. 2 at the front and 2 at the rear. So sit back, relax, as we soar through the sky like a bird on the wing. Oh my, oh
Unlocking
my.
gear.
Remember,
81
adventure is
start,
out
please.
there, and as we take flight into infinity and beyond, we'll reach our height. Thank you for choosing PSA. We're glad you're here. Let's make this
Once
flight
again,
a journey
ladies
of
and gentlemen,
cheer.
welcome on board
Now,
our flight
Luis, the
today.
cabin is
This
ready
will
for
be flight
departure. Oh dear.
Please direct your attention to the cabin.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Thank you.
In your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment
Left is
on
clear.
the aircraft.
Right is clear.
Thank you, Captain.
Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew
Ladies and
instructions,
gentlemen, welcome
flight
aboard
information
PSA
signs,
Airlines
and
Flight
posted
5619.
Fasten
I'm Jessica,
seatbelt
your
by
lead flight
inserting the metal
attendant,
tip
and
into
I'm
the
feeling
buckle.
absolutely
Tighten
thrilled
by
to have you
pulling
with
on
us
the belt.
today.
To
We're
release
flying
your
our
seatbelt, lift the
CRJ-900,
metal
a
flap on the
marvelous
buckle.
machine
It is
soaring
our
through the
policy
skies.
that you
Oh,
keep
what a
your
scene.
seatbelt fastened at all
With
times
Captain
while
Luis
seated.
and First Officer
Doors
Stephanie
are
at the
clearly
helm,
marked with
we're
exit
ready to
signs and
take you to
instructions
Providence,
for
our
door
lovely
operation.
realm. As we push back,
Doors
let's
equipped
fasten
with
those
an
seatbelts
escape
tight,
slide.
for we're about to embark on this delightful
Locate the
flight.
exit nearest
The skies
you
are
and the
clear
nearest
and the
exit
weather
may
is
be
bright,
behind you.
so sit back, relax, and enjoy the height.
Emergency lights will
Remember,
illuminate the aisle.
adventure is
The
out
cabin
there
is
soon.
pressurized. If there is
As
a
we
loss
take
of
to the
cabin
air
pressure,
into
a panel
infinity
will
and
open
beyond,
oxygen
we'll
masks
travel
will
without a
appear.
care.
Remain
Our journey
seated with
today
your
is
seatbelt
309
fastened and pull a
miles,
mask
with
towards
an
you to start
estimated
the flow
time
of
of just
oxygen.
over an hour.
Oxygen
Oh,
will
what
be flowing to the
smiles.
mask,
We'll
even
be
though the
cruising
bay
at
may not
33,000
inflate.
feet,
Cover
so
your
let's
nose
make this
and mouth with the
experience
mask.
truly
Place the
sweet.
elastic band
Thank you for
around your
choosing
head
PSA.
and
We're
tighten
glad
by
you're
pulling
here.
on the
Let's
end.
make this flight a
Secure your
journey
own
of
mask
cheer.
before assisting others. Your seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device. Pull up and remove the cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and hold on to the straps located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight.
You can see a little
Smoking is not permitted
redundancy
in the
here
cabin or
between
lavatory.
say intentions and
Cabin lights
FS2
will now
crew.
be turned off.
If I'm not
Reading light
mistaken,
buttons
there
are
is no way
located
for
above.
me to turn
Thank
off
you for
the
your
FS2 crew
attention.
flight attendant. I can look at the options here, but yeah, I don't see an option to turn off the flight attendant. Just double checking here. Yeah, I don't see it. So there's gonna be some redundancy. Pre-taxi check.
APU.
Set.
NES. Set. Electrics.
Checked.
Nose steering.
Set and checked.
Flaps. Flapsy. Set.
Set and checked. Flaps height confirmed.
Flight controls.
Set and checked.
Checked right. Pre-tax check complete.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Reagan ground. Blue streak 5119 requesting taxi to the active.
Blue Streak 5619, taxi to runway 19 via November Sierra, cross runway 15, then Juliet.
Runway 19 via November Sierra, cross runway 15, then Juliet. Blue streak 5119. So during pre-flight, the sun was shining on my window, so I had not turned on track IR. Should be able to turn that on in a few more seconds here. I can see that the sun is no longer shining hard on my window. Whenever I have a very reflective window, if you will, my track IR goes haywire, so it's really irritating to try to use it. And I don't have a dark curtain to cover my window when the sun is too strong. So let's get track IR started. Reagan ground, blue streak 5119, waiting to cross runway 15.
Blue streak 5619, cross runway 15 approved.
Wilco, blue streak 5119. For additional reference, I'm having Beyond ATC run the traffic injection. I'm not quite ready to use the beta version of the same tensions injection. Because, for example, I just left the E-gates here in Washington, and they're reserved for CRJs and some Embraer 175s. If I turn on my same tensions injection, it's going to put A320s and 737s there, which is not realistic. So once they fine-tune those options, I'll start relying more on their injection. So the bottom line of having Beyond ATC injection is there's going to be AI airplanes running us over here and there, but that's fine. It's something we can put up with. I am very, very impressed with say intentions, and I'm also glad to have been an early supporter of Beyond ATC. I like seeing competition in our hobby, so I want to see. I am so impressed with say intentions. So after more than 3 weeks of being a member, a supporter, or a partner, I think is what it's called, I want to see how Beyond ATC responds to this. It's really good competition, so maybe they'll step up their game as well. So because Beyond ATC is an outstanding program as well, so it's nice to have choices.
Flight attendants, take your seat for departure, please. Cabin has been notified. Crossflow manual. Thrust reversers armed. Takeoff data set for runway 18. RNAV first fix identified. 33,000 feet pre-selected. Fuel, min-fuel confirmed. Takeoff config.
Set and checked.
Checked. For takeoff, check to the line complete.
Before takeoff, check below the line.
Anti-ice.
Set and checked.
CAS.
Set and checked.
Checked. For takeoff, check below the line complete.
Runway heading check. Reagan Tower, Blue Streak 5119, ready to go runway 19.
Blue Streak 5619, Reagan Tower, runway 19er, winds 180 at 8, RNAV SIMB, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. Blue Streak 5619.
Approaching 19. On runway 19.
Runway heading check.
Check.
Set thrust.
Thrust. knots. V1, rotate. Positive brake. Gear up.
Blue Streak 5619, contact departure.
Going to departure, Blue Streak 5619. Reagan departure, Blue Streak 5619 with you.
Blue Streak 5619, Potomac departure, radar contact, climb via the SID.
Climb via the SID, Blue Streak 5619. Flaps up. After takeoff check. After takeoff check.
After takeoff
Ladies
check.
and gentlemen, in just a few moments we'll begin our meal service for the flight. Please refer to the menu given to you on boarding for the 2 meal choices and your beverage choices available. We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and also for your own safety. Thank you.
Blue Streak 5619, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250, Blue Streak 5619.
The announcement has been made, Captain. Dear guests, oh, what a delight. We've just climbed above into the sky so bright. You can now use your devices. Oh, what a treat. So feel free to connect and make your journey sweet. Remember, adventure is out there. As we soar through the blue and into infinity and beyond, we'll travel with you. Enjoy your time and let your spirits rise as we glide through the clouds. Oh, what a surprise.
Blue Streak 5619, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Climb and maintain flight level 310, Blue Streak 5619. Noticing some of these LNAV turns don't feel very smooth. I guess, in other words, the intercept is not working that well. The airplane is overturning and then having to correct itself. So hopefully that's another thing they'll improve. And I'm also just trying to just familiarize or refamiliarize on different control locations in the cockpit for different switches in case I have to reach for something fast. Because again, this is only flight number 3 for me, and I had been disconnected from the CRJ for 4 years. If anything, from a customer perspective, Aerosoft waited really almost 4 years to make the first update to a product, and they had the honor of releasing the first airliner for the simulator. I think it's a lesson learned in customer service. I think many people were probably turned off by the customer service approach. I don't know anything about how Aerosoft's internal workings function. Maybe they have very narrow bandwidth when it comes to aircraft development, because I know they've had a very bumpy release of their A330 product. It just wasn't ready for prime time, as some of the streamers have noted.
Climb and maintain flight level 330.
Climb and maintain flight level 330, Blue Streak 5619. So what I'm hoping is that Aerosoft does a better job in the future with releases. I know they recently announced the A340-600.
Blue Streak 5619, roger, maintain flight level 330.
Going to flight level 330, Blue Streak 5619. So yeah, so I was saying, I hope Aerosoft improves their customer service model. They probably lost customers with such a slow update process with the CRJ. And if I'm not mistaken, I mentioned this during my last CRJ video, I don't think there's an automatic standard altimeter button.
Blue Streak 5619, contact Washington Center on 134.5.
Going to 134.5, Blue Streak 5619. Washington Center, Blue Streak 5619, passing flight level 200 for flight level 330.
Blue Streak 5619, Washington Center, good afternoon.
I just realized after 10,000 feet I should have set my speed to 290, so I'm only doing it now. But this is one of the things I like about having to be more hands-on on VNAV compared to how spoiled I have gotten flying Boeing and Airbus. It's definitely good practice to be able to
dear passengers, we've reached our
have a more
cruising
manual
height.
approach
Soaring through the skies,
to flight controls.
sight. We're flying high, oh so free, on PSA Airlines flight 5619. Can't you see? From Washington to Providence, we're on our way, and we're thrilled to have you here today. Now, my lovely crew and I will begin our snack and drink service. Oh, what a treat, with delightful options to make your journey sweet. We have scrumptious pretzels and a lovely selection of drinks, so sit back, relax, and let your spirits think. After our service, oh yes, it's true, articles from the PSA shop will be coming to you. So keep your eyes peeled and your wallets ready as we bring you goodies. Oh so steady. Remember, adventure is out there. As we glide through the air and to infinity and beyond, we'll travel without a care. Thank you for flying with us. We're glad you're here. Let's make this flight a journey of cheer.
I'm just trying to verify my TCAS is displaying at least some traffic data. It seems to be on. So there should be plenty of traffic in the air right now.
5619, Washington Center. Expect the Jordan 2 arrival. I'll call your descent in roughly 20 minutes.
Expect Jordan 2 arrival, descend in about 20 minutes. Blue Streak 5619. Hi Jessica, can we get a couple of coffees up in the flight deck? Thank you.
Of course, Captain. I will bring those coffees up to the flight deck in just a moment.
I'm just going to look at the charts for Providence. Again, we are expecting runway 23 according to SimBrief and according to the weather forecast. I mentioned during my first and second CRJ videos, since this updated FS24 version came out, I really want to make the most out of manual flying. I think the aircraft is handling outstandingly well on manual flight. I've noticed that during takeoff, during landing, so I want to do it as much as possible. And not rely on the automation. I might do a full ILS glide path to touchdown test on a very low vis day to see how well the automation works on the aircraft. But I always say that I just feel guilty relying on automation when the weather is so beautiful. So you'll probably be manual, and I'll make a few mistakes. I tend to not to keep the most stable descent rate. Sometimes I start purposing up and down, but I'll work on that. It's just also a little bit of calibration on the controller. But as I mentioned, maybe during my first video with the CRJ a few days ago, I'm glad Aerosoft made a comprehensive update. It was really missing. The plane was unflyable before. It was very annoying. Very overly sensitive controls. But I guess better late than never. I'm glad to see this finally happen. So again, I'm going to look over the charts for a few seconds here and just see what we need to know for Providence and also for the approach brief. For those of you who are very familiar with FS2 crew, the CRJ functions as far as the departure brief and the approach brief as not as comprehensive as they are with the Boeing and Airbus.
Not seeing you on radar. Cycle your transponder and ident again for me.
Let's see what happened there with the transponder. Bluestreak 5619 has transponder at 4242.
Bluestreak 5619, negative. Your assigned transponder code is 4466. Please set your transponder to 4466.
Copy 4466 set in the box. So here's another thing that is going to keep us on our toes flying the CRJ, which is now that we're at cruise, we want to control the throttles a little bit. So we have no auto throttle. I understand some CRJ later models, or perhaps the Bombardier or now Mitsubishi is offering Airlines an upgrade to have a more robust VNAV auto throttle combination system. But this current model is an old plane.
Verify your squawking 4466 mode, Charlie, and verify altitude.
Okay, 1 second. Verify 4466 Charlie, flight level 330, Bluestreak 5619.
Bluestreak 5619, roger. Maintain flight level 330.
Copy, Bluestreak 5619. So as I was saying, yeah, I like the hands-on approach. So I have to monitor my throttles, not get complacent. These airplanes fly 2 hours or less on average. So it's not gonna cause fatigue, if you will. And again, it's good practice not to over-rely on automation. I also noticed the climb out worked really well. I set my speed and my altitude targets, and I didn't see too many problems. So hopefully they'll improve some of these LNAV turns. Some of them have been smooth, but some of them were just not quite there. So hopefully Aerosoft is listening to the feedback, especially from the folks who actually fly these planes. So right now, 217 nautical miles to go to Providence. And I can also run just a standard FS2 crew acknowledgement that the approach brief has been read. During the dialogue, I guess I can make up some scripts or just make up some jargon, phraseology. But basically with FS2 crew, you just want to tell your your co-pilot.
5619, verify your squawking 4466, mode C.
4466 mode C verified, Bluestreak 5619.
Bluestreak 5619, roger. Maintain flight level 330.
Wilco, Bluestreak 5619. So as I was saying, I'm not sure what we're having this bug with the ATC thinking my squawk's not set. As I was saying, FS2 crew interprets the language as, are you ready for the approach brief? And then any questions. If I start rambling between the two commands, the co-pilot could misinterpret that as another checklist or start doing different things. So that's why I can mute my voice to the co-pilot on and off to avoid any misinterpreted commands or picking up any extra noise. Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Go ahead.
Any questions?
No questions.
Descent check?
Pressurization set. Fuel check.
Gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are
Set and check.
connection to another
1013. Set red. Landing data. Set 4759 pounds. Thrust
Room
reversers.
for connected gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting
Armed.
all service items, newspapers,
Set and
and
checked.
other items you wish to
Lights.
discard or may not
Set and
be
checked.
taken off the aircraft
Seatbelts.
with you.
Blue Streak 5619, verify your squawking 4466 mode Charlie, and verify altitude.
Stow these devices as all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins.
On.
Items may have shifted
Seatbelt
during
and shoulder
our flight.
harness.
Set and checked.
Please stow your
Check
tray
right.
tables
Approach
so
briefing.
your seats
Complete.
in their upright positions.
Descent check
And
complete.
check the security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Blue Streak 5619 verified 466 mode Charlie.
Blue Streak 5619, verify your squawking 4466 mode Charlie.
Verified squawk 4466 mode Charlie. Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619, roger. Maintain flight level 330.
Copy, maintain flight level 330, Blue Streak 5619.
you're squawking 4466, mode Charlie.
So there's CRJ Airport in the background, and behind CRJ Airport Manhattan, and here's Long Island.
Blue Streak 5619, cleared Jordan, to arrival into Providence.
Clear Jordan, to arrival into Providence. Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619, verify you're squawking 4466, mode C.
Verified squawk 4466 mode C, Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619, roger. Maintain flight level 330.
Roger, Blue Streak 5619. Blue Streak 5619, approaching top of descent, ready for loading.
Blue Streak 5619, say requested altitude.
Blue Streak 5619, requesting flight level 210.
Blue Streak 5619, descend and maintain flight level 210.
Descend and maintain flight level 210, Blue Streak 5619. Set altitude to 1000. Set altitude 21,000.
Blue Streak 5619, verify you're squawking 4466, mode Charlie.
I will bring those coffees up to the flight deck in just a moment. Oh dear passengers, as we glide through the sky, we've left our cruising altitude. Oh my, we're now beginning our approach to Providence, so please return to your seats, it's common sense. Stow your tables, fasten those seatbelts tight, and remember the lavatories are closed. Oh, what a sight. We'll be landing soon, just a little while more, so let's prepare for touchdown. Oh, what a score. Thank you for your cooperation, it's truly a delight. As we make our descent, everything feels just right. Thank you, Captain.
Streak 5619. Verify you're squawking 4466, mode C.
Copy, Blue Streak 5619. Again, I have no idea what's going on with the squawk confirmation request being so repeated.
Streak 5619. Verify you're squawking 4466 mode Charlie, and verify altitude.
Copy, Blue Streak 5619. Blue Streak 5619, passing flight level 210 for flight level 3000.
Blue Streak 5619, roger, maintain flight level 210.
Blue Streak 5619, request descent to flight level 3000.
Blue Streak 5619, descend and maintain 3000 feet. Altimeter 30.18.
Copy, Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619, turn right heading 075 vectors for the ILS runway 23 approach. Blue Streak 5619, verify you're squawking 4466, mode C.
Turn right, heading 075 for the ILS runway 23 approach, Blue Streak 5619. Blue Streak 5619, squawk 4466, mode C confirmed.
Blue Streak 5619, roger, maintain flight level 3200.
Blue Streak 5619, request descent to flight level 3000.
Altimeter 30.15.
Descend maintain 3000, altimeter 30.15, Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619. Contact Providence approach on 123.675.
Switching to 123.675, Blue Streak 5619, direction. Providence approach, Blue Streak 5619, passing flight level 12,000 for flight level 3000.
Blue Streak 5619, Providence approach. Expect the ILS runway 23 approach into Providence.
Expect ILS runway 23 approach into Providence, Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619, Providence approach. Verify your squawking 4466, mode Charlie.
4466, mode Charlie verified, Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619, turn left heading 040.
Turn left heading 040, Blue Streak 5619.
Oh dear passengers, as we glide through the sky, it's time to prepare for our landing, oh my. Please turn off your devices and stow them away until we arrive at the gate. Hooray! Put your tray tables up and your seats in their place. Fasten your seatbelts, it's a safety embrace. We're approaching Providence. Oh, what a thrill. And soon you'll be greeted by our ground crew, who will fulfill. They'll provide you with info on your connection flights, so keep your ears open. Oh, what delights. Thank you for flying with PSA. We're glad you're here. Let's make this landing a journey of cheer. Now, my lovely crew, please check that all are seated tight as we prepare for touchdown. Oh, what a sight. Captain, cabin is ready.
Thank you.
Thank you, Captain.
Blue Streak 5619, verify your squawking 4466, mode Charlie.
Squawking 4466, mode Charlie, Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619, mode Charlie verified. Delta 376, contact Boston Center on 133.325.
Switching to Boston Center on 133.325, Delta 376.
Blue Streak 5619, verify your squawking 4466 mode to Charlie and verify altitude.
Squawking mode 4466 Charlie. Altitude 3000. Blue Streak 561.
Blue Streak 5619, mode Charlie verified, maintain 3,000 feet.
Copy, Blue Streak 5619. Okay, still trying to figure out this mystery with the squawk. I did notice it switched to a different number, but now it's back on 4466. This hasn't happened to me on any flights using sane intentions. This is the first time I'm seeing this. So hopefully it's just a one-time event. And that's the city of Providence on our left. So we will be making our U-turn for final here pretty soon.
Blue Streak 5619, verify your squawking 4466, mode Charlie.
Copy, Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619, turn left heading 015.
Turn left heading 015, Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619, 6 miles from CFCDV. Turn left heading 310 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 23 approach.
Turn left heading 310 until established. Blue Streak 5619.
Blue Streak 5619, verify your squawking 4466 mode to Charlie and verify altitude.
Copy, Blue Streak 5619. Flaps 1. Flaps 8.
Blue Streak 5619, contact Providence Tower on 120.7.
Going to 120.7. Blue Streak 561. Providence Tower, Blue Streak 5619, inbound, ILS, runway 23.
Check.
Blue Streak 5619, Providence Tower, roger, continue approach.
Wilco, Blue Streak 5619. You're done.
Stabilize.
Okay, that was my bad. I descended a little bit too quickly, so I'm gonna just try to stabilize it here. Runway inside.
Blue Streak 5619, winds 160 at Niner. Runway 23, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 23, Blue Streak 5619.
Before landing, check landing gear.
Down. Set and checked.
Check the spoilers. Flaps 45. Before landing, check complete.
I mentioned this earlier, I'm making minimal corrections and the airplane is very easy to control. It's trimming itself very well. So yeah, definitely happy to see this major improvement to the aircraft.
1,000.
Approaching 2, 3.
can.
knots.
Blue Streak 5619, welcome to Providence. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Thank you, Captain. I will make the announcement.
Going to ground on 121.9er, Blue Streak 5619.
Thrill. At Theodore Francis Green State Airport, oh, what a skill. Captain Luis and First Officer Stephanie, they did a great job landing this CRJ-9. Oh, what a blob. The local time here is 1:30 p.m., so please stay seated. Don't be a gem. Did you know that Providence is known for its art and the Waterfire event is a real heart? Thank you for flying with PSA. We're glad you're here. As we taxi to the gate, let's give a cheer. So stay in your seats until we park and enjoy the sights as we embark. Goodbye from the crew. It's been a delight. We hope you enjoyed your flight.
Providence ground, Blue Streak 5619, request taxi to company gate.
Until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely at the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin.
Blue Streak 5619, taxi to 13 via Victor Charlie Tango. Have a good day.
Thank you for flying with
13 via Victor Charlie Tango, good day.
Hope to see you again on a future flight.
Trying to see if say intentions using the correct gate numbers. American Airlines is going to be on the other side of the pier here, so we'll see what numbers are there. I don't have this airport memorized in my head and I haven't opened the chart. So again, apologies for the little altitude slip up during the initial approach. I was able to correct it and just do a normal manual landing. Again, I really enjoy the manual flight on the airplane. Not a lot to complain about. It's gotten so much better since the initial release and first update from a couple of months ago, now to this update from last week. It's been a tremendous evolution for the aircraft. So the CRJ is definitely going to be part of my rotation. I just plan on doing, while I wait for some of the new releases for FS24, I'll probably be rotating Boeing 777, 737s, and CRJs, and maybe the Airbus A350. And Phoenix should have the Airbus A320 series fully updated for FS24. I don't want to say any day now, but very soon, because they did have some previews. So I'm looking forward to seeing that too. So American should park here. I know they gave us 13. I should be able to override that Southwest airplane.
1689er ready to taxi.
JetBlue 1689er, taxi to runway 16 via Tango Foxtrot.
16 via Tango Foxtrot, JetBlue 1689er.
Okay, I see a marshaller. I think my first officer stopped functioning, but I'm gonna try to shut down checklist. If not, we'll just move on. Shutdown check.
Shocks and brakes.
Set. Set and checked.
Seatbelt set.
Off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Packs.
Off. Set and checked.
Fuel pumps.
Set and checked.
Hydraulic pump 3A.
Set and checked.
Beacon.
Off.
Nose wheel steer.
Off.
Are you positive? Transponder standby. Shutdown check complete.
Thanks. Okay, so our first officer was back. He was unresponsive for a few minutes after landing. Okay, so this is a completion of my third flight with CRJ. Definitely felt a lot more familiar now that I've been reviewing some of these procedures. I promise to do a better job on manual approach next time, so I don't get too low, dangerously low. But I think we recovered pretty nicely. It was a very scenic flight today. Great weather from DC to Providence. And here's an external view. And I also need to figure out why my GSX baggage handlers are in Squid Game colors here. I know this pink textures is normal on some sceneries and some programs. I think it might be a matter of just doing that verified files on GSX, and which reinstalls or overwrites everything again. So that might fix the discoloration. But you see some pretty fairly realistic unloading ops. Let me see that, except maybe it's a little bit high there, the baggage loader there. My doors are supposed to be open. I'm gonna double check that. Okay, my doors for some reason closed. Let me open them again. Okay, now they're open. That was strange. So the loader does seem a little bit high in comparison to the door here, but I think they can continue to improve that. So anyways, that's it here from here in Providence. Inibuilds did a pretty nice job getting Providence to real world specifications. Inibuilds has been doing a great job with their sceneries, so they're definitely up there right now with some of the other great developers. My favorites tend to be Flight Tampa, MK Studios, CVSK Design. So there's a lot of them that I have, and Inibuilds has definitely joined the scenery world and doing a fantastic job. So we'll see you in the next flight, and thank you for watching. Take care.